Hello, everyone, and welcome to Soul Stain Ink. My name is Beth, and today I have a bonus video for you, a bonus book haul video for you. Now, usually I would only be doing a book haul by itself if it were like a giant book haul. This is actually a very small book haul. I believe I only have 4 books, but they're very, very special. So I believe I've mentioned a couple of times in the last 9 years or however long I've been on BookTube that my dad's mom's mom, my great grandmother, was my favorite person in the entire world, and I was hers. Um, I was her first great grandchild, and I was her only one for the first like 7 years of my life, I think, 7 or 8. But I was always her favorite. The younger ones were everybody else's favorite. I was always Johnny Mama's girl. And she passed away a week and a day after Elena was born, so she's been gone almost 11 years. But my parents went to Dallas to my grandma. My Mima passed away a couple of years ago. My papa is in a home now, and so an assisted care facility. So they're trying to just slowly go through the accumulation. Johnny Mama lived with them my whole life, and a few years before I was born. So, 30 plus years of Johnny Mama, Mima, Papa, and all the accumulation of kids and grandkids. They're trying to go through all of that. And every time they go, I get something sent back. That was Mima's or Johnny Mama's. This time I got 4 books. This first one is The Literature of England. This is by Woods, Watt, Anderson, and Holschnecht. Single volume edition. This is a British literature course book that was my papa's when he was in college. So it was edited by George K. Anderson from Brown University, Carl J. Holschnecht from New York University, consultation of George B. Woods of The Literature of England, 3rd edition. So we had Woods, Watt, and Anderson. And the year on this is 1953, and it's in really pretty good condition. I'm looking forward to going through it. It has some great little pictures and illustrations in there. I'm looking forward to going through it, and I'm actually hoping to be able to use some of this with my seniors this year. I also have Mother, Home, and Heaven. This is golden thoughts on Mother, Home, and Heaven from poetic and prose literature of all ages and all lands, with an introduction by the Reverend Theo L. Cuellar, D.D. Illustrated, revised, and enlarged, printed in Chicago at R.C. Treat, 199 Clark Street, in 1882. This one doesn't actually have, this was presented to R.P. Walker by his darling sister Sally J. Walker on October 2nd, 1884. And I think that quite possibly is like my 3 times greats. I'm not really sure. This is glorious. And again, I'm hoping to kind of there's some annotations. I didn't realize that there were annotations in there, just little notes. And there's a couple of places where something got into it, so the pages are not great, but there's images, little poems, and very sweet. All right, next I have the 2 that are the most sentimental for me. This one is The New Business Speller by Lyons and Carnahan. First of all, I collect. I've got 4 or 5 old speller books and things, just because I'm an English teacher and I think it is amazing to see them. But the reason this one is super important is that right there says Johnny Belchun. And says where she went to school in Tennessee. This was her school book, and this was published in 1924. and it's got her name. She's got Johnny Bell on the side, and she wrote a few little sassy notes in here, copied a couple of the things, um, and just, she was always so proud of me for going to college and becoming a teacher, because she was able to go through high school, and that was it. And this will be going to school with me. Anyway, did not mean to tear up. This, however, is the only one that does not have a date in it, first of all. And second of all, is like my most prized possession now. I don't know where my Johnny Mama got this from. It does have various names printed in it. None of them are hers, and I am going to have to get some tape and fix this up. But we were able to track down it has the publisher name in it, and they are I don't think Vanity Publisher is the right way to put it, but they're a publishing house that has only printed like 94 different titles, but they've been open since I believe 1668, and they're still open. It's W.B. Conkley in Chicago, and the only time that we know that they printed this particular book was sometime between like 1894 and 1900-ish. So this book is not only 130 years old, but ladies and gentlemen, this is the one book that I actually collect various editions of. So this is a 130-year-old plus edition of Pride and Prejudice that was found sitting in my Johnny Mama's stuff in a stack of books that were meant to go to me. The reason I read Pride and Prejudice in the first place is because Johnny Mama and I were talking about it one day, and my aunt heard us. I was like 8. My name is Elizabeth, obviously, and my Johnny Mama compared me to Elizabeth Bennet, and I was like, who? And so I got like the annotated classics edition from my aunt, and it's been one of my favorite books ever since. And I have that edition plus 8 others, 9 now. So, anyway, this was a much longer video than it probably needed to be for 4 books, but that is my little mini book haul. And if you know anything about W.B. Conkley Publishing, or that run of Pride and Prejudice, because we haven't been able to find anything on it. And this is in very faded, like you can barely even see the title on the page there. The cover was absolutely gorgeous in its heyday, though. But if you know anything about that or these other books, please let me know. I'd love to hear what you know about it. I will talk to you again soon. Until next time, stay safe out there, guys.